Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering NEQP Ransomware joins the Djvu ransomware family. SYS01 is an info stealer that targets the Facebook accounts of government infrastructure employees, and Adware Helper is a potentially unwanted program with adware and browser hijacking capabilities. NEQP Ransomware is another addition to the Djvu ransomware family. Like other associated strains of the prominent malware threat, this ransomware locks files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Infections like NEQP ransomware can be distributed via software bundles, so if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps from torrent or cracked software sites, you may end up installing such threats. NEQP ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, NEQP ransomware adds the .NEQP extension to the affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder that contains encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, NEQP ransomware employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up target files. Quite often, information stealers like Corebot and Redline are deployed alongside ransomware, and this allows hackers to access sensitive user information before encrypting the files. Therefore, it's possible for NEQP ransomware to use similar tools as well. After the file encryption, the ransomware demands a ransom in order for victims to obtain a decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The hackers can be contacted at support@freshmail.com and data restore help@airmail.cc. However, we discourage establishing contact with the hackers, as there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate with you. It is important to note that NEQP ransomware does not just encrypt data. Infections from the Djvu ransomware family may also attempt to delete all shadow copies of the affected files stored on victims' computers. This can make the document and data recovery extremely difficult, if not impossible. It's highly recommended that you do not attempt to pay a ransom for the decryption key, as this does not guarantee restored access to the encrypted files. The best course of action is focusing on methods that can help you restore your data and protect your system from similar threats. How do I deal with the NEQP ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the NEQP ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransom infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. Researchers specializing in cybersecurity have uncovered an information-stealing malware that specifically targets the Facebook accounts of employees working in critical government infrastructure. Known as SYS01 Stealer, this malware is distributed through sponsored advertisements on popular search engines and fake Facebook accounts promoting adult content, games, and cracked software. Once downloaded, the malware discreetly executes on the victim's computer by utilizing DLL sideloading, a technique that evades detection by security software. We would like to provide insights into the infection chain and the malicious capabilities of this threat. The distribution and execution methods employed by SYS01 Stealer bear similarities to another malware called SYS01 Stealer, which also focuses on stealing data from Facebook and YouTube accounts. The threat posed by such malware is substantial, as they are purposefully designed to pilfer sensitive information and possess the ability to bypass certain security measures. Since November 2022, SYS01 Stealer has been targeting employees across different sectors, including government and manufacturing. Its primary objective is to extract sensitive data like login credentials, cookies, and Facebook ad and business account information from unsuspecting victims. As mentioned, the attackers utilize multiple tactics to lure their targets, including deceptive advertisements or creating fictitious Facebook accounts. The ads and accounts contain URLs that lead to zip archives, supposedly containing movies, games, or applications. Within the zip archive, there is a loader, a legitimate application with a vulnerability in DLL sideloading, along with an unsafe library that undergoes sideloading. This library deploys the inno setup installer responsible for installing the final payload in the form of a PHP application. This application includes compromised scripts used for data harvesting and exfiltration. SYS01 Stealer incorporates a PHP script to establish persistence by scheduling tasks on the infected system. The primary script with the information stealing functionality has various capabilities. It can determine if the victim has a Facebook account and is logged in, download and execute files from a designated URL, upload files to a command and control server, and execute commands. According to the analysis, the information stealer employs multiple programming languages, including Rust, Python, PHP, and advanced PHP encoders to evade detection. To mitigate the risk of infections from threats like SYS01 Stealer, it's highly recommended for organizations to implement a zero trust policy, which would restrict employees' rights to download and install programs. Zero trust is a security approach that ensures everyone, whether inside or outside an organization's network, has to prove their identity, get permission, and constantly demonstrate their security settings and conditions to access applications and data. This means nobody is automatically trusted, and everyone must continually prove they are secure before accessing sensitive information. Also, educating employees about the techniques employed by threat actors and raising awareness to detect and avoid social engineering tactics is crucial in preventing such infections. Adware Helper is a potentially unwanted program with adware and browser hijacking capabilities. Why are potentially unwanted programs with adware and browser hijacking capabilities a threat, and how can you remove them from your PC? Potentially unwanted programs or PUPs with adware and browser hijacking capabilities such as Adware Helper can be harmful for several reasons. Intrusive advertisements. PUPs with adware functionality inundate users with intrusive and unwanted advertisements. The ads can disrupt your browsing experience and lead to potentially harmful content. Unwanted browser modifications. PUPs with browser hijacking capabilities modify your browsing settings. They can change your default search engine, home page, and new tab page, redirecting your searches to unwanted websites and manipulating your online activities. Privacy and security risks. PUPs often collect your browsing habits and personally non-identifiable information, which they may share with third parties for targeted advertising or other purposes. This may compromise your privacy and expose you to targeted advertisements that may lead to online scams, fake surveys, and other threats. Annoying redirects. PUPs with browser hijacking capabilities can redirect you to unsafe websites that host undesirable software, phishing attempts, or other untrustworthy content. This may put your system at risk of being compromised. To remove PUPs with adware and browser hijacking capabilities from your PC, follow these steps. Uninstall suspicious programs. Go to your computer's control panel on Windows and uninstall any recently installed programs that you suspect may be associated with the PUP. Remove suspicious browser extensions. Open your web browser settings or extensions/add-ons management section. Remove any unfamiliar or suspicious extensions that could be related to the PUP. Reset browser settings. In your browser settings, find the option to reset or restore the browser to its default settings. This action will undo any unauthorized changes made by the PUP and remove saved data like cookies and cache. Save your bookmarks and other stored custom data because a full browser reset will delete them all. Scan your computer for threats. Use reputable anti-malware software to perform a full system scan. Allow the software to detect and remove remaining PUPs or associated files. Update and secure your system. Keep your operating system, web browsers, and security software up to date with the latest patches and updates. Regularly scan your system for threats and use a reliable firewall for enhanced protection. It's crucial to exercise caution when downloading or installing software and avoid visiting suspicious or untrustworthy websites. Additionally, practicing safe web browsing habits, such as not clicking on suspicious ads or links, can help prevent the installation of PUPs with adware and browser hijacking capabilities. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.